we are going to be having a look at this Bugs 3 drone. This is the blue color. This has brushless motors and it also comes with a camera mount. So I have flown a handful of drones, mostly toy drones, but my very favorite one is this Bugs 3 drone. I love this thing. The reasons I love this drone so much more than other drones is, for one, it comes with its own camera mount. That means that you're not restricted to the low quality camera that most toy drones come with, but you can put in a GoPro and have high quality footage. I also like that it comes with these brushless motors. I find that it makes it really snappy and responsive. I like the range of the RC. I've gone really high and really far with this thing and never gone out of range. I think it's got a really impressive range. And I like how fast this thing goes, especially when you take off the feet and the camera mount and everything. This thing just goes crazy fast. So out of the box with this drone, you get the action cam mount. You get some padding to make sure that the action cam is really snug in there. You get some tools for helping open up the back of the RC and for unscrewing the blades. You get a long-lasting battery. This lasts about 15 minutes. You get the battery charger that goes with that. You get 4 blades and you also get a backup set of blades. You get the 4 feet, and you really only need to install these if you want to use the action cam mount. You also get 4 blade protectors, and I don't actually recommend that you put these on. I'll talk more about this a little bit later in the video. And then you get a really simple RC that has great range. The RC takes 4 AA batteries. Flying this thing is really simple. You just pair the remote with the drone, press the red button, it turns the blades on, and then flying it would be as you would expect from any other drone. It's really easy to control. It has good speed, a good pop. It does okay in the wind, but it requires constant attention and correction. And like I mentioned before, it can go really high, really far. I think the remote control is supposed to have a range of 300 meters, which is amazing. For the action cam mount, you just slip the camera in. You can use the foam padding if you need to, and then you can just manually adjust the angle of the camera. I want to talk a little bit now about crashing this. Not that you should intentionally crash this. And then I want to talk about the blade protectors. Even if you are really good at flying a drone, you should expect that you are going to crash this thing at least once or twice. For that reason, I recommend that when you fly this, you always fly on a large grassy field. This is going to be the softest surface that this crashes on. If you have problems landing, crashing on grass really is not going to do any harm to this. I have a cool crash here where it looks and sounds like a TIE fighter crashing. Pretty awesome. I was happy that after I crashed it into the pole, I didn't see any damage at all to the drone. I thought that was pretty cool. This seems very durable. So I want to talk about why I don't recommend putting the blade protectors on. You can see in this video when the blades spin and hit the blade protector, so if you crash into the ground, the blade will spin, hit the blade protector, and it will actually ding the blade and do some damage. And I've had these damaged up to the point where this won't even take off anymore and it no longer flies because the damage is so great. So without installing the blade protectors, I've never got a ding on the blades. They've always been really good. I did have one experience where I did a low crash that was going pretty fast and it actually bent the blade. So I bent the blade back into place and it flew just fine. When you do damage a blade, they're pretty inexpensive to replace, but I also discovered you can use a heat gun and heat up the blade, and if you have dings or bends, they'll typically move back into place if you very carefully use a heat gun. As I mentioned before, for a toy drone, this one is my favorite to fly. I love how fast and how easy to control this thing is. I think it does really well despite me crashing this a ton of times. And I really love that I can mount an action cam. I think that adds an extra element of fun to try to see if you can get some cool footage with this. So if you do decide to get one of these, I hope you have as much fun as I have with this thing. I really think it's a great drone. I love flying this all the time.